Hey guys, it's Brenda from My Wee Reborn's Kalo. I have Merdina here. She is so cute and perfect. You know what, guys? This sculpt, Lorelei Eagles, she creates babies that resemble myself and my own sons quite a lot. That's one reason why I love Lorelei Eagles. I was telling Francis yesterday, like, I love how she is because her proportions are perfect. Like how my children were, like smaller body, bigger head, stuff like that. And as much as I love my other dolls who don't have those features, they might have a longer, slender body with them. But you know what? That's how humans are. We're not all perfectly the same proportions. So, but Lorelei Eagles is definitely how our family is, and she is just, I love her so much already. I'm here today to talk to you about my feelings and my thoughts of my YouTube channel with Copa. Copa. As so many of you already know about the upcoming changes to YouTube. Sorry, I get distracted. The sun is starting to shine. It's so beautiful. Some of you love to know our temperature when I show it's -1 Celsius outside, 20 in the house, which is perfect for me. It's 30 degrees Fahrenheit and 67 in the house. So a lot of you might think that's kind of cold outside, but to us it's really gorgeous outside. So yeah. Anyways, and she's getting heavy in my arms already. I think I might just have to lay her like this. Let's see. Okay, regarding this Copa thing, Kappa. It is a huge change, and I've seen a lot of different videos, mostly a lot of comments, and there are so many misunderstandings out there because of YouTube's gray area of description. You're either made for kids or not made for kids but attractive to kids. All of my content, everything in this world is attractive to kids. So, but here, the thing is, I don't want to go through it all because I'm sure that most of you know what exactly I'm talking about. I just want to talk about my thoughts and concerns. Okay. And I'll try to explain them and try to remember everything I want to say about it. When I first learned about it a couple of weeks ago, I guess, it's like, wow, YouTube got caught. They did. And I know exactly what kind of content they were looking at. They weren't talking about the Reborn channels or the Toy Collector channels or things like that. They were talking about actual kid content videos, like I don't want to mention channels, but like the ones specifically for kids, because being I ran a home daycare for a while. I've taught kindergarten for years and years and years, and I have used YouTube to entertain, like to teach them colors, to sing the alphabet, to sing nursery rhymes. There's a lot of actually good YouTube content out there specifically made for preschoolers and kindergarten kids. And we all know that they should be on, they should be on YouTube Kids channel. but we all know that they're also on this platform as well. And um, not only was YouTube in violation of collecting data from the kids, which is illegal, um, those certain creators of those giant channels, like I'm talking about like millions of subscribers, they, I remember playing them on YouTube, and it's like commercial after commercial after commercial after commercial after commercial. Like they would have 13 ads in a 13-minute video, and it's like, what? And there were a lot of people doing that, a lot of channels that had tons of ads on them. And and the kids also love like the role play. Like what they do is they play with Play-Doh, they put it in a play microwave, it comes out as a vegetable, like a toy vegetable, and it's green, it's red, it's yellow. Like, I don't know, playing with marbles, different colored marbles. Anyways, I'm rambling. The point is that there are changes coming, which is part of life anyway. So my first initial thought was, okay, YouTube, I will comply. I will do the best that I can to accommodate what is happening, and I'll do what I'm supposed to do. So I did label specifically all of my videos, like with my Baby Alive, my LOL dolls, my opening of the Kinder Eggs with Eric. They're all going to be marked for kids. However, videos like this one, even though there is a doll here, she is a realistic doll. And yes, doll is attractive to kids. So what I personally did is what I did was I actually went through, and yes, I have a lot of videos and I have a lot of work. But what I did is I complied. I am taking out my toy words. I am taking out my doll words. I'm taking out a lot of my wording in the description and the title and the thumbnails. I'm making sure. As for like music and sound effects in my videos, the thing is, I just make up my own videos on my own first. Like I'm using free music content that I am allowed to use freely on YouTube, but I make these things in my own movie app because I know that YouTube Creator has their own editor, and you can include music and sound effects from that platform. And I think when they do the AI, which they're using the AI to sweep these, they're going to sweep thumbnails, descriptions, titles, and mostly, and it's a lot to talk about here, and I know that this is just my opinion, this is my thoughts. Please don't abide by what solely I'm doing, because the thing is, it's what your channel is, and is what you think about your own content, is what your gut instincts tell you. My gut instincts tell me to comply the best that I can with YouTube, and I am. So I am not scared. I'm concerned, of course, but I'm not, like, I've seen so many people like get angry, get frustrated, get scared, delete, and to me personally, that's not what I'm going to do. I am, well, for one, it's my personality to follow the rules anyway, and sure, we might not agree with it. It's like your parents. Your mom tells you to do something, you don't want to do it, but you have to do it because you're complying. So that's what I feel. Even though if I don't agree with a lot of this um, or anything like that, it's not about that. It's about me complying to the new rules, and I am going to. I am doing that. Um, I have watched a lot of. I've watched that. You know that one video I'm talking about with the YouTube lady. Um, I watched that 4 or 5 times and listen. Like that's the thing though. So many people watch videos, but they you have to pay attention to everything, the whole video of what they're saying, and I do, and um, I've watched that many times because yes, there are a lot of gray areas about how she lists all the kid friendly content and stuff like that. But I know what she's talking about too. She's talking about all those channels that I used to watch when I did home daycare, when I taught kindergarten and stuff. I know what they're talking about. I've also watched the videos of the FTA guy in court or what. I don't know where they were or what they were, but I know what he was saying. He was saying that YouTube was in violation. They got fined 42 whatever thousand. Now that's another thing that's going around, that people are so afraid of. I've just watched a video this morning because YouTube yesterday or the day before, see I'm so busy, but they have updated their or rephrased their wording so that more creators can understand. And I'm losing track. There's so many things that are going through my head, but I don't want to come across as here's the thing, guys. There's so many channels out there who don't really know what they're doing. They just upload videos. They don't know the true rules. They don't know the true policies. And they are in violation of many things. Not because they're doing it on purpose, but because they just don't know what they're doing. And I'm so sorry to say that. I'm not trying to put channels down, but there's a lot of and I'm not saying that I'm perfect either. Like my channel is no way near as high as many others, but I just learn, read, and do what I'm supposed to do. I do know the rules, and I do know the upcoming rules, and I will comply, and I will mark my videos as per kids or per not for kids, as I see my channel fit. I will make sure that there are no kid attractive wording in the description, thumbnails, and stuff. Even though, yes, this is a doll, but to the AI sweep, this could be a real baby. That was a concern a few months ago with this nudity thing with the dolls, because it's so hard to describe. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. I really don't. But people are asking me, what are you going to do? What are you concerned? Are you concerned with this? Fine. The thing is, if you listen to that guy, I don't even know his name, the guy who was telling about the penalty, we are going to fine up to 42,000 whatever, blah blah blah. The thing is, and this is hard to describe, but I'm going to try. They penalized YouTube based on their revenue as a whole. Now, the annual, and I don't want to say anything wrong either. That's why I could, words are hard for me. words, words are hard for me. I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's based on your video, on your revenue video. If your video is making $2, they're going to fine you against that $2, not the millions that YouTube made. Does that make any sense? They are going to penalize you if you violated their compliance, their new policies. If you violated. And you know what? Our small channels, my channel is very small compared to, even though I have over 10,000, over 11,000, my channel is so tiny. And I do make money. I don't make a lot. But say if I was going to be fined per video, like say if that one video was, they're going to base it on a certain percentage of that revenue. They're not going to fine me $42,000 based on a $2 revenue video. That doesn't even make sense. They can't do that. They can't legally do that. That doesn't even make sense. So if my whole channel is making, let's say, $20 a month, which is what it basically does, then that's all that they could fine me on legally and win, is a percentage. I have to edit some things out because I'll just say that I personally went to court, not with YouTube or nothing, but divorce court. That's all I'll say, because I promised I would not talk about anything regarding that. But I do know how, like for fines or anything, or for fees or whatever, they do a certain percentage. They can legally only do a certain percentage. Like that. But then people might think, well, what about traffic fines, and what about like getting sued by, like, yeah, they will be higher than what you can afford. But it's so hard to describe. If you break the law, you break the law. You will get penalized for that. If you try your best to comply, that's what you could do. You just do the best you do what you can. This video is so over the place. I can't even properly, and I'm not one to write notes or anything of my thoughts. I just talk. What it all comes down to is I'm a little worried. I'm curious to see. I'm not frustrated. I'm not mad. Changes happen, updates happen, new policies happen. This is a huge new policy that for some reason not everyone could wrap their heads around with the new, because it's such a drastic change. The best advice, I'm so over this, so all over this video. I apologize. The best advice that I can give to you is do your own research. Think about your channel. Think about what what you're doing. Like, have you read the YouTube policy? Do you even know what the new rules are? Like, exactly? If you don't, and if it's over your head, then maybe it's time to think about either learning how or trying to learn how. Comply. Just comply and do the rules. If you want to be a part of the YouTube community, you need to follow their rules. And they do have a right to delete your channel if if like you, I don't want to get in trouble. It's so sunny. It's beautiful out. No. Oh, Margina needs some clothes too. Hey. Oh, look at her. She's sleeping peacefully. Oh, she is so sweet. She looks like Brendan so much too. I love it. But Brendan didn't have the dark hair. Look at that beautiful hair. Look at that. This. See, she has a beautiful scratch on her face. Oh, I love her. I love her. Baby Fix, you need one of these. Plus, they're so quiet. They never stink. They never spit up. They never cry. They never give me a headache. Oh, although I do miss a lot of that, but so relaxing. It's so relaxing. The best thing I can say to you guys is to comply to the best of your ability and be optimistic, be positive. There are too many people that are panicked, and that's a thing too. Panic and uproar is part of human nature. It is a part of oh. I honestly want to say that YouTube actually probably wouldn't mind that a lot of people are panicked and maybe not so much frustrated, but scared. And I believe that this change is going to be positive for the people who want to create real good content. And there are so many of us that create good content. And it's true, if you make content for kids specifically, then you should comply and you shouldn't be making revenue from kids. It's just the law. You should comply with the law. Not only YouTube's law, but the real law. I am one that does comply with everything. I'm not a rebel. I'm going to comply. I will mark my videos, and I have such. And I've heard so many people saying, oh, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And yes, it is a lot of work. But if you're willing to do all of that work, you will be rewarded for your hard work. Oh, do I have a red mark? Yeah, so, but if you feel, I've heard a few people say that, I'm not talking about reborn people, I'm talking about, I've seen videos, I wanted to hear perspectives from the adult toy collectors, along with like the Lego and cars and even gamers. I wanted to see what their perspective was. And the thing is, if you comply to the best of your ability, that's the best that you could do, then you just go from there and you see what happens. And YouTube, from my understanding, YouTube has already swept through a lot of channels, and a lot of people, if you go into your dashboard in your videos, they will say a video is set for kids by YouTube. On mine, a lot of them say set made for kids by you, by me, because I changed them. But YouTube has been, YouTube is now, they have to comply with the COPPA law, COPPA, law, and they are doing their best that they could do to comply so they won't get fined again. And they were caught breaking the law, and now they have to fix it, and they're doing what they can do. See, and also too, with this announcement, the first time it came out, they weren't, I have a feeling that they're not even fully sure on what. So that's why it's all in gray. But as long as you follow the rules, as long as you don't purposely make videos for kids, and I don't purposely make videos for kids. I think a few of them maybe have, but I've marked them clearly already that they are made for kids. I will not get revenue by kids. I still do want to make revenue on YouTube, and I still want to move forward with my channel with new changes and things like that. But I will also comply. I will not, I will try my best to not make it kid attractive. I will take out words that are kid attractive in my thumbnails and so on. Because the AI is the one that's sweeping these things. It's not really a person. And if so, a person comes on, then, like, they can't say, okay, I'm going to fine you $42,000 because you didn't properly do that. It's not like that. It depends on your revenue of your... Now, I know a lot of people have their, they might think I'm wrong, which is fine. This is just how I think, guys. This is not news. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a consultant with YouTube. But, this is just what I'm doing. I'm just comply. And, this is a doll, a realistic adult doll, which is true. She is so beautiful. So yeah, I want to stay with YouTube. There's also so many people worried about the comments and losing community wall and losing all of that. But honestly, it's true. If this is, it's true that kids should not be the ones making our revenue money, or like kids should not be the ones who are, like, every time you click on the end, it's all about logarithms and all about the analytics. And I'm not saying my channel per se has made a ton of money by kids clicking on end screens and cards and stuff like that, because my channel isn't big at all. And looking at my own analytics, and I do study them every single day. I'm addicted to my analytics. I know that a lot of my end cards and my end screens don't get clicked on that much at all. The recommended for you videos, I don't know, it's all based on data algorithms, and it's very complicated. The best thing I can do is to do my best and comply, and I'm running out of time, and I'm so sorry. I have to edit this video so much. I'm so sorry, you guys. I hope that, and it's like, people are still like wondering, like, what's in your head, Brenda? It's because I can't communicate them well enough. My biggest message is that I am going to comply the best that I can, and I am looking forward to YouTube's future. I'm looking forward to staying on YouTube and looking forward to, because changes are going to happen all the time, and who knows, maybe in the future they will allow comments on certain, like, who knows, we don't know. But I'm not going to give up. I have too much fun on YouTube. I love making videos. I love conversing with you guys via comments or even the likes and the love. And for there was a time when many channels lost their commentability. And we don't know entirely why, but we do know that is all because of the algorithms and the AI intelligence sweeping through. And yes, it's not perfect, and YouTube knows that. We know that. Um, so we can just do the best we can and know that changes are going to happen. Change is part of life. As long as you follow the rules, then you shouldn't be too concerned. As for this big giant fine that everyone's mostly concerned about, if you, and I'm not a lawyer, but if you listen to what, like, that's the thing though, I feel that a lot of people, it's like getting in trouble. Okay, you get in trouble by your mom, your teacher, or whatever, and most of the time you're like, as soon as you hear something, your thoughts are like, like panicky, and well, I'm not gonna listen to you, kind of thing, and I'm just gonna sit there and, well, you're wrong and blah blah blah. The thing is, listen. Sorry, I sounded harsh. Listen, just listen with an open mind. What the people are saying, YouTube did break the law. YouTube is paying the fine, or if they paid it, or if they have to, I don't know. But the thing is, if they do come for individual channel creators, which most likely the higher ones, the ones making the most revenue, they will come after them, because the fine should be, and I'm not saying should or will, but more likely will be based on their percentage of revenue, because the wording said up to 42,000 or whatever the amount was, up to. It could be, I don't know. See, that's the thing too. I don't know everything either. I don't know everything, but I do know it's like, we got in trouble, and okay, here's some new rules to comply with the law, and also to try and fix. YouTube is also trying their best to settle with what they need to do, and they're just sharing that information with us as creators, because we're on their platform. Here's my Medina. I'm just going. As for changing videos and role-playing videos, I'm not sure about that. As for now, I'll wait and see. I do love doing that kind of things, making those videos. I've made, even, I remember years ago, my family was home and I was just dying to make a video, so I just did one in silence and added music. I miss doing even that. I miss my stop motion. That is definitely kid attractive. So I marked all those videos as such, made for kids. But we'll see. Maybe will have to move over to YouTube Kids and comply with those rules over there. I don't know. The majority of my audience are adults, so I'm just going to play along, comply as best I can, and just stick with them, and we'll see what the new updated policies will be and go from there. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go for now. The sun is shining. It's so beautiful outside. Hope that you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. And Oh, I love her so much. I love this hobby. It's so relaxing. Take a deep breath. Mm. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm so sorry I'm all over the place. I'm going to have to edit this quite a lot today. But have a great day. And until next time, guys. Bye. Love you. Last hand, guys. Magic. Come on, give me a high five. Love you guys. Bye.